Well, hi folks, start of May now, well actually the 3rd of May, so time to get some of the frost tender stuff started off. So I'm going to plant cucumbers, courgettes, I've got some squash, French beans, what else have we got? And I'm going to do some more successional sowings of lettuce, spring onions, and a few sunflowers, and another load of peas, but I won't be doing all those pea on this video, but just mainly the tender stuff that's just a bit frosty. So these are the French beans. These are the ones that are called Cobra, which are the best beans that I've ever grown, I think. And I've only grown 6 because I only need 6 plants in the polytunnel because it's such a heavy cropper. That's all you need. You know, you can probably get at least £10 off each plant. So all I'm going to do with this is, like you've seen, just stick my finger in, maybe an inch deep. Drop a couple of bean seeds into each one. If they both come up, no problem, just pinch the smallest one out. They'll probably be up within a week, these, and then they grow that quickly if there's any warmth. They'll be ready to plant out towards the end of May. So just cover those up with a bit of compost, nothing too fancy at all. Give them a bit of a watering in. I find not to water them too much, things like beans, just enough to get them slightly moist, because they have a tendency to rot off sometimes. So these will just go in the house somewhere warm. I won't bother putting them in a propagator or anything, so they'll just go in the house on a windowsill, and as soon as they germinate, then they'll come back in here for a week or two, and then they'll be ready to plant out. So the cucumbers, courgettes and things, they're all planted pretty much the same way. If I can show you that. Right, what have we got? Courgette. Right, so what I like to do with the courgettes, I've got loads of seeds for these, so I'm going to put 2 in each pot. If you see the seeds quite flat, so I've got this yellow one there, these are the yellow ones. I just like to put them on their edge, so they're just about the same depth below the soil. So I'll put 2 in each one of these just in case. So the reason I like to put them on their edge is because when the seed shoot emerges, it comes out from the sort of the sharp side, if you will. So it gives it less resistance to break through the soil. Because if you planted it flat, then it's got to sort of push the whole flat seed through the soil. Well, it doesn't make a great deal of difference, but it's just a little bit of a added safety precaution. So couldn't be simpler, just pushing them in about the depth they are under the surface. Try and get these back in. So they're all pretty similar. So what have we got? We've got the cucumbers. Cucumbers are the same thing. They're a lot smaller, as you can see. Cucumber, these are a variety called Market More, which are what they call a ridge cucumber. You can actually grow them outside in a decent season. Again, just putting them on edge, just slightly under the surface. Yeah, they're like quite a knobbly cucumber, if you will. Another one here, so I'll just do 1, 2. Oh, there's one there, isn't there? Yeah, they're quite a knobbly cucumber. Some people don't like them because they are a bit rough on the skin, but they're a lovely taste, and they're quite small, and they don't take up a great deal of room, and they're very cheap seed as well. Got 60 for about £1, so some of these F1 varieties are ridiculously priced. So I've got some butternut squash as well. Just found 3 odd seeds. So we'll put those in. How many pots have I made for those? I'll put 2 in each. Same thing, they're all the same sort of shape. So just push them in, sort of edge inwards, if you will, about the same depth as they are. That's that. And then we've got the last one, which is the Defender courgette. These are really old seeds, so I'm not sure if these will come through, so we'll put 2 in each of those. Defender. I grow way too many courgettes because they're not the most palatable vegetables, as you will agree, but we'll give them a go anyway. So again, dead easy. Give those a little bit of a watering in. And like I said, these will go on the windowsill in the house. I don't think I'll put them in the... I suppose I could put them in a propagator at about 70 odd degrees, just to give me a little bit of a head start, but it's warming up now, and when the sun comes out, they should be good to go. So that's the cucumbers and stuff like that. So I'm going to have a go at some sunflowers again this year. Probably a little bit late growing them, but doesn't really matter. I'm going to grow this one called Titan, which was a really tall one. I think I grew it to about 13 foot the last time, 13 feet tall, and I grew one with a head about 2 foot across as well on this, with the same variety. There was a short one with a small head, sorry, with a giant head, and a tall one with a small head. So I just enjoy growing stuff like that. It's just quite fascinating. So what have we got? It's exactly the same again. Just going to push those in and see how many we've got. I don't want to grow too many of these because they are a big plant. So I've got 10 seeds. I'll put 2 in each one because 5 plants of this is more than adequate. I'm not sure how well they germinate, these seeds, because they're quite old again. They're about a year out of date, but they should be fine. So I'll just put a mark in there now, so that I know where my giant ones are. And I've got these little sunflowers, little dwarf ones. They only grow about a foot tall, but they've got multi-heads on. So they're good for putting in pots, and they're good for just dotting around in your bed. But they're quite interesting, really. It's Little Dorrit and Little Leo. So we'll get a few of those stuck in. Again, just going to push a couple of seeds in. Because these are that small, you could leave 2 growing and plant 2 side by side, because they're not a big plant, even though they're a sunflower, this variety. So there's no problem in planting 2 of them. I'm not going to bother labelling these because they're all pretty similar. How many have I put 3 in that one just for luck? Might as well use them all up. So we've got these. Like I said, I'm not sure whether I'm a little bit late for sowing sunflowers. I always thought sunflowers were quite tender, but they're not apparently. They're quite hardy, and they will tolerate frost. So there you go. Just put the rest of these in. Had a bit of a boo-boo on that. There's only 1 seed in this packet. Anyway, there we go. So they're obsolete. So again, just give these a bit of a wrong way up. Bit of a watering in. Should come up quite quickly. They're not too fussy. Sunflowers, again, they can go upstairs in a little bit of warmth, nothing too spectacular. So I'm growing my second lot of lettuce. As you can see, the first lot's coming along well. It's just about ready to plant out now, maybe another week or so. So I like to keep it coming, you know, grow 1 lot every month. So it couldn't not be easier. Again, start off with little germ. All I've done is 40 cell seed trays, modules, just put a little tiny impression in with my fingers, maybe a centimetre deep, and then just put a couple of seeds in each one. These are the little gem, get absolutely millions in a packet, so no need to be cute with these. I mean, you can just push the soil over like that, that's more than adequate, or you can riddle some over the top with a little with a sieve, but that's just as good. That couldn't be easier. Got this other variety called Record. I don't know whether there's any left of these, to be honest. Oh no, I've got a few. They're like a cross between a sort of iceberg lettuce and like a crinkly lettuce. So like a crinkly lettuce with a bit of like succulence to it, if you will, juiciness to it. I always grow, like I say, every year, far too many lettuces. I mean, this is 40 going in now, so probably eat about 10 a month, but just give them away to people, it doesn't matter. It's not cost anything. Again, just slightly, just and so covering the seed over. And then we've got this other variety, multigrain, which is my favourite variety of lettuce. I always say that. It's just a non-hearting one, but they grow really big. They've got virtually no pests, and they're always very reliable. The only thing is with this is that the seed's quite expensive. Probably a couple of pound a pack, but compared to how much I mean, you pay that for a single lettuce, wouldn't you? So it's not dear really in the whole scheme of things. So I try not to waste this seed as much. And then they've got this other variety which I've never grown before. If you can see it over here, this variety, really dark red, so it's almost purpley black colour. So I'm going to give that one a go again, if I can find it. Try some of that. What's this one called? I always lose something. Where's it gone? Oh, it's this in here. What was it called? Apache. So whether that's because it's red Indian and red, I don't know. I don't think you can say things like that anymore, can you? So again, I've got millions of these seeds, so there's no need to be too stingy with these. Just pull out the weaker ones. It couldn't be easier, dead quick. I'm not too fussed if they don't all germinate anyway, because like I said, I've grown that many. So again, with these won't go in the house. I'll just leave these in the polytunnel to germinate. Just put the little propagator lids on, keep the moisture in, and then they should be good to go. So I've got a piece to do. I won't bother you with that. But anyway, folks, that's about it. That's a few of me frost tender stuff planted out, and a few more of the successional lettuce and things like that. That's about it, folks. See you later.